we're going to see how Fox and Mabel showcase the small business experience through fantastic social media content. If you have any questions, please use the blue button inside Maybe, as it connects you to us all 24/7, and we love to help. So Fox and Mabel are a small business in Hereford, set up by two friends who they say bonded over coffee, have a love of all things gorgeous, and created a beautiful shop in Hereford as a space for customers to share and enjoy and find perfect additions to their home. And they say on their website, come smell the candles, squish the cushions, and taste the coffee and freshly baked cakes. So their feed really shouts out that it's a small business, but you will get an experience if you come here, and a very, lovely, friendly, warm welcome if you actually do walk through their door. So obviously what they will look to try and achieve through their social media feeds is very much to continue that kind of feeling, and they absolutely do achieve this. I mean, we're looking at their feed. What immediately stands out is obviously they offer fantastic things, but also they've taken quality images of the items that they offer. So this really does make you want to browse. But then there's a sprinkle of video content. So they have content in here promoting that they're going to be open on Saturdays for coffee. But I mean, they've got a super amount of views to this video. In all of their posts, they use relevant hashtags, so they make sure their content is part of the Hereford conversation, small business conversations, obviously lifestyle and home conversations. But they've even got videos in here of one of the owners talking about a click and collect service that they've set up, and they'd love customers to feedback what they think of it. So it's got such an open, friendly feel to their content. I mean, it really does feel like you would be super welcome if you actually went to the door. But also, they very much sell the experience. So, they are, as I said, a small business. They offer delightful items for your home, but they also offer coffee, cake, and treats as you do. So, you don't just go in there to shop, you go in there to relax, to enjoy yourself. And that really does shine through. But this post also stands out. This is one where it looks like the business is 3 years old, and they've been bought a balloon to celebrate this. So, they've posted it and they've actually said, we're celebrating being 3, and they've had people comment saying happy birthday. So it's just a lovely way to celebrate that they're a small business. People deal with people, and the human element of this business really, really does stand out extremely well. So what can we learn from that? Well, absolutely, especially for Instagram, but for other feeds too, it's worthwhile investing in great images. They are what is going to showcase your products best. So that's definitely one thing that we can learn from their feed. But also, secondly, it's really important, especially as a small business, to show the human side of your business. Introduce the people behind the business, the story of your business. What is it about? What makes you who you are and what makes you unique? And I think what is unique about Fox and Mabel really does shine through on their feed. It's a small business, but you will get an experience if you go here. It's you're not just going to buy items that they sell, but you can also go in to relax, to enjoy. It feels like it will almost certainly be a friendly, warm atmosphere when you walk through the door. And getting that, portraying that through social media posts isn't something that's easy, but it's something that they achieve extremely well. So talk about the experience. Show behind the scenes, tell your story, and celebrate who you are. If you're a small business and you've got to 3 years, celebrate that fact. It's something that your customers will want to celebrate with you too. So let me show you how Maybe can actually help. So obviously, when you are looking to schedule your content, you want to make sure that you've got that mix of content in there. So promote what you offer, use great images, but also show behind the scenes and celebrate who you are and tell your story. So scheduling content ahead is a big time saver, but also helps you to make sure that you've got that mix in there. So you can obviously look at your week ahead and see if you've got, the right mix of product images, videos, and a bit of personality content or behind the scenes content in there too. So you can do this from the Maybe content calendar. You can schedule content onto Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. It's obviously a big time saver to do that across multiple platforms. And you can just check that your posts that are due to go out have got the look and feel and the mix that you want to actually achieve. So I hope that's been useful. If you have any questions, please use the blue chat button inside Maybe, which is just down on the bottom right, as it connects you to us all 24/7. And if you'd like to know more about any of the topics talked about on this video, like hashtags or taking great images, use the search below to find more videos on those topics. And I will see you on another video soon.